Hello everybody, Jeff here. Well, I usually don't make these type of videos, but I wanted to talk about this because this is right near and true my heart here. I'm going to talk about the Flint water crisis, and since I live right here in the Flint area, this is affecting me and everybody else around here big time. Now, first of all, I don't actually live in the city limits of Flint. I actually live in Mount Morris Township, which is right next to Flint, but I'm less than 2 miles away from the Flint city limits. So it doesn't affect me personally at my own house because I'm not on the Flint water system. I'm on the Genesee County water system. But anybody who lives, visits, works in, does anything in the city of Flint, this issue with the lead in the water will affect you. And it's not a racial issue. It affects everybody, white, black, um, whatever. It even affects your animals. I'm not talking about environmental racism because this is definitely a case of environmental racism. But basically what happened is City of Flint got their water from Detroit for decades, which gets their water from Lake Huron. But they're building a new pipeline from Lake Huron to Flint, which isn't finished yet. And City of Detroit had discontinued their contract with Flint, and well, basically, Flint's been in a financial mess for years. Ever since the GM plants pulled out, all the jobs went away, and the tax base isn't there. And the Governor Snyder appointed what is called an emergency manager to help get the finances back in shape. And what the emergency manager does is pretty much takes all the power away from all the elected officials, mayor and the city council, and all the power is under him. And the people don't vote on this. It's all appointed by the governor. And he made this decision, instead of staying with the Detroit water system until this new pipeline is built, to temporarily get water from the Flint River. And the thing is, with the river water, it's more corrosive. And what that did was it ate most of the pipes and infrastructure are made out of lead. All the service lines to the houses, or a lot of them, are made out of lead. And because of the corrosiveness of the water, it ate into the pipes and leached the lead into the water. So that's why we're having this problem. And now it's coming out that they knew that this was water was corrosive, but they failed to add the anti-corrosive agents to it. So basically the cause is a doctor at one of the hospitals discovered high lead levels in the blood of a lot of kids, and this is where it all started. And the water wasn't very good to begin with. We've known there's a problem with this water right since they did the switch. But since it's come out that it's contaminated with lead, it's really got blown apart here. And, the emergency manager is appointed by Governor Snyder, and basically he's responsible for all this. He needs to resign and needs to go under trial. But I have a lot of friends that this affects personally that live in the city of Flint, and it's all over the city. It's not in just one particular area. It's all over the city. And I don't know. this situation just pisses me off and none less. And the way Governor Snyder's responding to this, and the way it's going down, this is a clear-cut case of environmental racism. And I'm not going to go into talking about all that. You can Google that, find out the info for yourself, because I'm not really that educated on it myself, but basically areas that have a lot of minorities is where this type of thing happens. And the only way they can fix this is to replace all the pipes in the city. They need to dig everything out of the ground, and completely replace all the pipes, all the lines leading into the houses they need to replace. And there's the infamous Flint water tower, by the way. I don't know if I'm getting this on camera or not, but and they need to replace the lines completely into the houses, not just up to the shutoff valve in the parkways. They need to replace, if those lines are lead, they need to replace everything. Matter of fact, they need to replace everything altogether. And then they need to fix the streets back up, then fix the yards back up, resod everything. That's the only way that's going to fix this problem. But Governor Snyder gets on there and talks about some kind of coating to put through the pipes. There ain't no way nothing like that's going to work. How you going to coat the inside of pipes with some kind of stuff? You'll never know if they're completely coated. Excuse me. Got a bit of bronchitis here, so excuse me. And it's like painting a rusty car. You know, that stuff's going to flake off anyways. And they'll have more stuff in the water. But we are not on Flint River water anymore. They switched back to Detroit back in October, but the damage is already done. There's still lead leaching out of the pipes, and they're passing out free water filters to the residents here. Most of them don't work. I have already donated a couple times several cases of water to the Flint City schools. I need to do more, but I just haven't been able to do that much myself. But basically, you know, this city's I'm heading down Franklin Avenue right now, and this used to be all shops along here. Most of them are gone now. This used to be like a little downtown for this neighborhood. And I don't know, it's just really sad and disgusting. I don't know how much coffee I drank with that water that was made with that water since it came out that there was, before it came out that there was lead in it. I don't know, this situation just pisses me off, everybody else around here, to the highest level of pissistry. And what's going on here? You got free water, no ID. They're giving it away right there. It's a little car lot there. They're giving it away all over here. And I'm at my destination here, so I will come back in a little bit, in about an hour or so. Okay, I'm back. And I'm just going to ride around a little bit here and give you guys a look at the area here. I've got several videos posted driving around Flint, so you go back and take a look at those. Just just to show some of the devastation around here. Now I said they need to replace all the pipes in the city here. This is Jane Avenue right here, and I don't know if it's really worth replacing the pipes in some of these areas, because there's so many abandoned. I don't see any sense in replacing the pipe to abandoned house, but if you look at this street, there's pretty much nothing left on this street. Most of the houses are gone. I had a rash of arson fires a few years ago, and it's devastated a lot of these places. Is it really worth changing all the pipes, even on these streets? I say absolutely. Replace all of them. Maybe not to abandoned house, but replace all of them. And because we didn't have any choice in this matter of this switch, and maybe eventually the city will turn around. They'll start building new houses, and hopefully someday that'll happen. But I say replace all the pipes. So we're just kind of riding around here. And one other thing is the water rates. The water rates and the amount of the bills have been about one of the highest in the nation for this crappy water. And a lot of people aren't paying their bills, and I don't blame them. I don't think I'd pay mine either if I was on the City of Flint water system the way it is these days. And when I was looking for houses a couple years ago, there was a couple houses in the city that I was interested in. And one of the reasons that I didn't want to buy one in the city is because of the water rates. And this was before this lead deal happened. As a matter of fact, it was about the time when they made the switch over to the Flint River when I was looking at houses. But thankfully I just bought one just outside the city. I don't have to deal with this, but we're at a red light here. I better pay attention to my driving here before I just blow right across here like I almost did. But I got someplace else I'm gonna go here, and I gotta keep an eye on the camera too, because this thing will shut off after 9 minutes. Alright, here we go. I've got several videos driving around here. Where I'm going to go right now, I'm going to go down to a street here, which last week they had some test results that tested for the highest level of lead in the city. Now there was some new results that came out this week that there's another place that's even higher that's over on the other side of town. I don't have time to go over there, but we'll go past this one house, and this goes to prove that this isn't affecting just the poor areas of the city. This is affecting the whole city. A little ways away from that. Come on, man, get over. second thought, I don't want the noise. Just getting down. Excuse me. Okay, we're getting into a little bit of a nicer neighborhood here on the other side of Robert T. And this house right here was my grandparents' house. And I'm just grateful that the people that own it now have kept it up so nice. I've never met them, but hopefully one day I can go take a look around in there. But kind of waiting for them to have a rummage sale or something. But this area right here is still pretty decent neighborhood here. But it's showing signs of starting to go down too. Looks like school's just letting out here. This is Pierce School right here. And also, my sister is a teacher in the Flint School District. So, she's affected by this too. And everybody in the school. Okay, this is Calumet Street here. And I don't remember what the exact address is, but one of the houses around here was tested for one of the highest levels of lead in the city. And this is still a pretty nice neighborhood right here. So that goes to show that it's not every neighborhood. Ooh, looks like there was a fire at that one. In the city that tested high. It's scattered all over the place. And I don't remember if I mentioned this or not. And one house can test high for lead. A house next door might not test for any lead. So it's really scattered. But yes, this is a case of environmental racism. Governor Snyder needs to be held accountable for all this. He needs to resign and be tried. So I'm going to end the video right here. I've got to go grab something to eat, then head to work. And so you all have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.